Thank you, Lord. Lucille, go for it. Tell us what the Lord has done.
Udara has been working for an IT company for over 2.5 years. He has been working very hard, but he has not got any promotions, increments, recognition, nothing. In January, Pastor Jerome has prophesied that those who are having difficulty in their workplaces will have promotions and increments that they never expected. And he wants to testify that he has received another job without even sitting for an interview, and that he has been offered even more than what he was receiving right now. He wants to give thanks and praise.
Thank you, Lord. God bless you.
This is Jerome. Jerome had tied up with an Australian company to start up a business back in Sri Lanka, and she had with an agreement which she thought was to her terms and conditions. They wrote up an agreement, and she had invested 5 million Sri Lankan rupees in this company. But what she learned later on was that the agreement in the fine lettering, that there were discrepancies, and it was not to her terms and conditions. So she went back to the Australian company and said, I want my money back. But they refused to give that money because all the conditions were just perfect. She went to the police, she went to the CID, I believe, and they said that nothing can be done because the agreement is perfect. You have signed it, and everything seems to be in order. But she was praying to God, and she came to one of our services, and there was a word of knowledge released by Pastor Shekhar when he was preaching, saying, things will be turned according to your conditions. And she has been in touch with me, and the very next day she tells me that that the people who owed the money called her and said, come, we have 2 million Sri Lankan rupees ready for you to collect. And she tells me the balance 3 million, that they rewrote the terms and conditions as per her request, and that it'll come through. And she wants to praise and thank God for that.
My God. Praise God.
This is Anapayan, working for a leading organization here in Sri Lanka. 2 months ago, he attended the Devala service where the man of God, Pastor Jerome, had preached on one of the parables called the laborers in the vineyard. And then he prayed over people who are stagnated in their jobs. And later on, he called for 5 people who have been stagnated for more than 5 years. And he is one of those people who has been in this position for 5 years. The man of God has prophesied over him.
I was offered a job in a different organization. So like from largest company in Sri Lanka to the largest company, one of the largest companies in the world.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Lord.
Asitha, along with his mother, they were in debt. They were planning to sell their house to pay off their debt. You have spoken a word saying that don't sell your inheritance. He has come forward for prayer. You have prayed over him. And the case was postponed. And one of his friends have come forward to settle the bank loan. The inheritance is saved. He believes that from henceforth, everything is going to work well for him.
Praise
Asitha
God.
has come to know the Lord only about 7 months ago.
He's come to know the Lord only 7 months ago.
And he has found favor because of the word that he received from you. He believed in it, and somebody has come to settle their loan. All glory and honor to God.
That's awesome. Praise God. God bless you.
Dileshka returned from Australia recently, but she couldn't find employment for close to 7 months. And she's been visiting our services regularly, and she has been claiming every opportunity that was given by word of knowledge. And she wants to say that she got a job as a accounts customer executive, and 3 months into that job she has been promoted to students counselor. She wants to thank and praise God for the promotion that she has received.
Praise God.
Pastor, this is Lois. She has been attending our services since January this year. In her workplace, she was persecuted so much. She was framed, she was ashamed. But when she attended the service on a Tuesday evening, a pastor has prayed over her, and all matters concerning her work is settled. In the same company, she is transferred to another department where she has much more exposure, and she is lifted up. She wants to praise and thank God for what he has done.
Yes, Dr. Ram.
Pastor, this is an amazing testimony. This is Anand. You gave opportunity for business people to sponsor, for 52 businessmen to sponsor the CNC. He was one of them. And in fact, when you called those 52 men one CNC's Tuesday to pray over, he had come with his wife and you had prayed over him and you have blessed him and you have said that your blessings will be thousandfold. Now here he is standing here today to glorify the Lord, that after what you have done, prayed over, they have opened 2 companies in tourism and ticketing, and one already is in the pipeline to open in Australia. And just last week he has received an email from China that China is sending 360 tourists to Sri Lanka on his sponsorship, and he is going to be totally blessed and the prophecy is going to come to pass.
Praise God. Psalm 119 verse 129. Lord, your testimonies are wonderful. Someone lift your hands and say, Lord, thy testimonies are wonderful. Shout it out loud and make it a declaration. Thy testimonies are wonderful.
If you were blessed by watching these videos, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.